This is Kelly Cocaine, and I am going to show you how to set up a secondary line on our Sigma pump. So I have the pump running right now, and I want to hang, let's say, an antibiotic via a secondary line. So the first thing, I'm going to need to make sure that I do grab the secondary line tubing, which is much shorter than the primary line. I need my mini bag of whatever I'm hanging. I'm going to spike it and prime it and then hook it up to this port right here. Make sure that you do scrub this hub for 15 seconds before you hook it up, and then you just twist it on and hook it up. I'm going to just unclamp this now while I'm here, and so this is all set up. Also with the secondary tubing comes this hook, and so I want to make sure that I put the primary bag on this hook so that it is lower than the secondary bag. Okay, so I've got the apparatus all set up. Now I just need to program it. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit stop, and then I'm going to come over to review program. So I'm going to click on that, and then there's an option down here that says program secondary. So I'm going to click on program secondary. It asks me to type in the first two letters of the drug name. So I am actually hanging vancomycin 1,000 milligrams. So I'm going to come and type in VA for Vanco, and it automatically pulls up a bunch of options for Vanco, and other drugs as well. So I'm going to scroll down and try to find Vanco 1,000 milligrams, which this fits it. So I'm going to highlight it and hit OK. And then I'm going to scroll and find the exact order. So 1,000 milligrams and 200 mils, which matches my order. Highlight it and hit OK. It asks me then to confirm that that is what I want. So again, checking to make sure that is what you want, and yes it is, so I'll hit yes. And then it says using the up and down arrows, select primary or secondary bag and push OK. So I want this to be a secondary bag, so I'll hit OK because it already says secondary. Then it wants me to program the rate. So let's say I'm going to run it at, the order says it's supposed to be at 166 milliliters per hour. So I type in 166, then I'm going to hit enter or OK. And then VTBI should be however much is in the bag, which is 200. So that's already programmed. So I'll hit OK. And then it'll automatically calculate the time that it's going to take for it to go in. So just make sure that that makes sense and it matches what the order is telling you. Then this pops up and wants to know if I want to call back at the end of my secondary infusion. So if I need to know for sure that this drug, when it has finished, then I would say yes, because it's going to beep when it has infused and let me know and alert me. But if I don't need to know exactly when it is finished, I would just say no. And then what will happen is the secondary infusion will be complete and the primary bag will automatically just kick back on and start running. So in this case, I don't need to know when the exact moment it's finished, so I'm just going to say no. And then I am going to hit run. So then it asks you to check to make sure that the secondary tubing has drips dropping in the chamber, which it does, and my clamp is open, so I'll go ahead and just say yes. And then this is your resting state of the pump. It should say the drug name and then the rates. And so that is how you set up a secondary infusion with the Sigma pump.